Hey guys, this is Cylon ASMR, and before I begin today's video, I just wanted to say a few things. As you may or may not know, I have reached my goal of over 1,000 subscribers, and that is absolutely amazing to me. I'm so grateful for all of you, and I wouldn't have gotten this far without your support. So whether you've been subscribed to this channel since its beginning, or whether you're new, I would just like to thank all of you for your support. To celebrate this milestone, I will be doing a 1,000 subscribers special, which means that I will be putting out a video every week for a month, and those videos will most likely come out on Wednesdays. I'm going to keep the first 3 videos a surprise. I'm going to keep them a secret, but I'm going to put out a survey for the 3rd video that you can all vote on, and that way you get to choose what type of video you would like to see. Of course, I'll keep putting out videos after the subscriber special is over, but I just wanted to do it kind of as a thank you to all of you wonderful people. So, as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you a scary story. I haven't done one of these in a while, and the last one I did was me reading off of Reddit. However, this story is true because it happened to me literally yesterday. So Jarell, along with a couple of our friends, wanted to go take some pictures in this park. It's called Dimpledale Park. The park itself is pretty big, and it's not like a normal city park. It's kind of more of a nature preserve, and it's about 650 acres, so it's pretty large, and it's kind of like a little ravine, like a little, I don't know how to, like a little gully or a canyon, and it's largely undeveloped. There are horse trails and hiking trails, but there's no paved walkways or lighting. So we wanted to do this thing, I think it's called long-term exposure. It's a type of photography where you can make some really cool effects with light, but in order to do that, you need it to be fairly dark. So we got to the park at 11:30 or midnight. Can't remember which one. And obviously it was dark at that point. Now it's in the middle of Salt Lake City, so you can see the city lights. But the park itself is very dark. So we hiked from the parking lot along this trail in an open field, and then we had to hike down into this gully where there is an abandoned amphitheater, and it's a really great location to do photography even during the day. So we get down there, and we all have our flashlights on, or the lights on our phone on. But then, as we turn the corner to step into the amphitheater itself, the space around it's very open, it's not forested, like the rest of the gully is. But nonetheless, it was still dark. So we get to the amphitheater, and I was the first one to notice it. My flashlight hit eyes. It was reflecting off of eyes. There was eye shine on the opposite end of the amphitheater in the corner. Initially, I thought it was a deer because there are some deer in this park. But the way it was moving, it would have run away the second it saw us. And it wasn't moving a lot. It was just kind of bobbing its head. And Jarrell was the second one to notice it. And it was horrifying. We didn't know what it was. Some of the people in the group didn't see it, but the majority of us did. The eye shine was a bluish green. And so we were obviously terrified. I know I personally was terrified because I had been listening to creepypastas and no sleep stories that day. So I was already kind of at a heightened state of alert. So, my eyes adjusted to the darkness, and I was able to more clearly see what this thing was. And it was a mountain lion. It was a cougar. It was crouched. I could make out its body, and after a while Jarrell could too. Now I'm assuming it was a cougar because of the minimal details I was able to see. However, I'm still not sure. It's just the best guess I can come up with, and one of the only reasonable explanations. Fortunately, one of our friends, half joking and half seriously, had brought his machete. So if we needed to defend ourselves, we could. But everyone panicked, and we ran out of there. We ran as fast as we could back to my car. We got in, started it, and drove away. There were some people there in the parking lot playing what we assumed was Pokemon Go. Because there are a lot of, I guess they're called Pokestops. I don't play the game, but there were a lot of Pokestops in that park. So, when we got out, we talked about the mountain lion, what we had seen in the parking lot as we were walking to our car at this point, because the parking lot was lit. Unfortunately, we were so scared we didn't think to warn those people, but I can only hope that they overheard what we were talking about on our way back to the car. And a lot of weird stuff has happened in that park at night. It's pretty creepy, but during the day, it's beautiful. I like to go hiking in there, but now I'm not sure if I will, because I don't know what's down there anymore. Now, it could have just been a mountain lion coming down from the nearby mountains, and it could be long gone by now. But I don't feel like taking that risk, and I don't feel like going back there anytime soon, especially at night. It's crazy to think that even though we live in a city of about 1.5 million people, nature is still really close to us, and it's among us, and you know, you still have to be careful. A couple years ago, there was a mountain lion that ran through one of the parking lots of one of our malls, and they had to call the police because before it ran to the mall, it had run through the field of a middle school. So it's pretty terrifying, but at the same time, I'm sure that the mountain lion, well, in hindsight, at least, I'm sure that the mountain lion was scared of us as well, because we had flashlights and we were waving them all around, trying to figure out what it was. I'm thankful that it didn't run after us when we booked it out of there, but I'm sure it was still kind of scared. Alright, well, I hope you've enjoyed this short ASMR scary story. Obviously, if you're a light sleeper and scary stories keep you up, I would definitely recommend listening to this during the day. Alright, well, until next time, this is Cylon ASMR.